All right, folks, I'm going to take you out to the patio right now. They're somewhat of the barometer of our ecosystem. I'm talking about monarch butterflies. Over the past few decades, the monarch population has greatly diminished, prompting a major concern about the health of our ecosystem. Now, the reason for that, monarchs are pollinators. So when their population goes down, it affects everything else, including you and me. Habitat loss is the leading cause of the monarch population bust. In particular, the loss of milkweed, which is where monarchs lay their eggs and also provides a food source for monarch caterpillars. So joining me now, I've got Natalie Melkinoff from the Desert Botanical Society, because we are going to help you help the monarch population by planting what we've got right in front of us. Natalie, good morning.
Good morning.
I really appreciate you coming here because we're about to hit monarch season, and I've been talking to people about planting milkweed, but is milkweed something we can do here in the desert?
Absolutely, yeah. You can see we have a really wide diversity of milkweed species in Arizona. We have a lot that do well in the low desert here. One of the ones you might be most familiar with or see most in the Phoenix area is this desert milkweed. These really thin, almost succulent stems, narrow leaves. This one loves full sun, really drought-tolerant plant, does great in the low desert here.
Yeah, that's certainly what we need for this time of the year in this kind of climate. What do we have right here?
Yeah, this is another one of our native milkweeds. This is the Arizona milkweed. It's native to the southeastern part of the state, but does really well here in our urban gardens.
Okay, so is this something that folks can just plant in their backyards and provide this habitat for our monarchs?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a whole bunch of different species here. We have a lot that do well right here in people's backyards in the city, and our urban habitat is really important for monarch butterflies. We know that, so we definitely want to plant this habitat.
Yeah. So walk us through it. Like, what kind of soil should we be using? Are there any techniques?
Yeah. So the thing that's great about this Arizona milkweed that I'm going to plant here into this pot is that it's a little bit smaller. So really good if you want to do container gardening.
Anything we need to know about the roots, like I see you breaking them apart.
Yeah, we're just gonna loosen the soil around the roots a little bit here. And we're just gonna put this one in this pot. So if you wanted to, just keep this in a nicer pot,
anything to help. I mean, the butterflies are so beautiful themselves, and I understand that milkweed is also good for our queen butterflies, which are year-round here?
Absolutely, yeah. So although we only see monarchs here about September or October through May, we see queens here year-round.
And we've got one right up front. This
yeah,
little
caterpillars
right here.
there. Right.
This is amazing. And so folks really understand how important it is to provide a habitat for these monarchs. How big of a difference could we make if folks are planting this milkweed in their backyards?
Yeah, great question. We can make a really big difference. We know that our urban habitat can be really important for these butterflies. We're in a really important and interesting, special, unique place in Arizona with the migration path, so we can do a lot here by creating this habitat.
So if you get these milkweeds in the ground, how much watering do we need to do?
Yeah, it's going to depend a little bit on your plant. The one we looked at earlier, the desert milkweed, needs less water. This one is going to like a little more water, some protection from that hot afternoon sun or some filtered light. Right now in this pot, I'm using a 50% organic mix, 50% red lava rock. So that lava rock is going to really increase the drainage and the air.
Because they're native, so they like some of our native soil, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're planting these in the ground, just go ahead and put them in your native soil. If you want to kind of mimic this soil mix at home, you can do this by getting a normal potting mix and then mixing in a cactus and succulent mix.
Really quick, you actually have a desert refuge program going on.
Yes, yeah. So once you have your milkweed at home, you can help us collect really important data on monarchs and milkweed by joining our community science program, Desert Refuge, and you can find more info about that on our website.
Natalie, I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Folks, this is so easy. I've done this with my kids for years. You get monarchs. You're growing these monarchs in your backyard. You're providing them with some food. So, hey, I'd love for you to take it up at home and send me in your pictures. Let's track your progress. Guys, what do you think? Back at the desk.
I would love to do that. I'm just worried I can't make them last.
I know. It's keeping them alive. That's the hard part. But
You don't have to worry about it. Nature will do it. They will, if you build it.
She said it.
Ginger has faith in us. And I love the idea of attracting more monarch butterflies.
Totally.
Than looking at some of those
We
scorpions.
have to build up their habitat, or else it's bad for the entire ecosystem.
All right, spoken like a true scientist,
That's
right?
right.
Thank you guys so much.